Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So, if you are wondering, morning we already had a talk about whom we are going to be. So we are immensely blessed, all of us here who are standing here. His Holiness Nanjan Swami Maharaj's presence. So we are very fortunate that we are getting a chance to hopefully hear. We are already seeing him. He is one of the senior disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So very early in his age, very early. Those were the days, very difficult days. He decided to surrender his whole life, dedicated his whole life to propagate the message of Bhagavad Gita. So he's been traveling all over the world preaching, mostly places which is high risk places where preaching is not allowed. So if you are caught preaching, the police can arrest you. Because of his love for Prabhupada, they were willing to risk their life. Right? Morning we spoke about that. So that is how even though not taking birth here in our country, India, taken birth in America, but then dedicating their whole life to propagate our Vedic wisdom all over the world. You have heard about Russia, right? How many have heard the name Ukraine? How many of you have heard this word? So many of his disciples are there right in the front fighting a war. But they are his disciples. So for him it's a big anxiety. But wars happen. So in short, there are many more things, but you all are students. It's enough for you to know that there are people who have surrendered their life, risked their life to propagate the message of our ancient Vedic wisdom. Especially India is known for that. But who is propagating this message more? People like His Holiness Nanjan Swami Maharaj. So he is one of the many more disciples of Srila Prabhupada who are creating a big impact in the world by their dedication. So we are very grateful, Maharaj. For this is, in short, I will just tell you about the history of the school. This began just 5 years ago. This is a community of more than 150 families, some of them staying within the campus, some outside the campus. They're all employed here. They're making a livelihood also here. So most of them are not educated. They don't speak English, but the children are taught in English. The teachers are understanding, but I'm talking of the parents. Teachers, obviously, they have to be qualified to speak in English because there's an English here. It's Govardhan English Medium School. That's what the board is there. See here. So in the 5 years back, children had to travel 20 kilometers far if they have to attend some proper school. There was no school here. So we wanted to prevent children traveling. But we didn't have any facility here. So it was a homeschool concept. There was no space. It was on the rooftop. And the parents had the faith that, something good will happen to our children. So it slowly grew up. In the beginning, there were 10, 12 children, and now there are around 76. And now we also have children coming from the peripheral areas where preaching is going on. So devotees, they want their children to travel 20 kilometers. It's the other way now. Children used to go 20 kilometers from here. Now parents staying 20 kilometers, few of the families, they want their children to come here. So they come here to join this school. And then something unexpected happened, which we never knew this will happen. We thought the school will be like this unless we have our own school. Gurukul, which was running for more than 15 years, traditional Gurukul, semi-Gurukul, but it was in the Marathi medium, but it had to shut down. So when that shut down, we got this whole structure, this ground and first floor, and few rooms there, which was their computer room and library. So this was a great blessing in disguise for us. So that is how what you see now is a miracle, that we never knew that we'll have classrooms like this. They shut down and we occupied. Before, the school was on the rooftop. We started behind. You see the rooftop, covered rooftop.
That's why I remember. I remember meeting with students.
He had come. Giriraj Maharaj came, you came. So she just tries whenever Prabhupada disciples and Yasis come, they get a chance to see. So that's how you are here today. So that is the school, and I will just take you around to just show the classrooms here, and that's all, So we will greet His Holiness Nanjan Swami Maharaj in our usual trend by loudly chanting 3 times. Haribo! Haribo! So now I'll request Maharaj if how he wants to bless all of you. Kirtan is not there. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Om Jnanatimurandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yad Kripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinataranam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sanyavadi Pastachade Satarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Siddhi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you very much for kindly welcoming me here to this gathering to meet and see all of you. I feel very fortunate to be given this opportunity to be in your association, feeling purified by your Sangha. And for all of you who are so nicely engaged in pursuits for becoming Krishna conscious and making others Krishna conscious. That's what Srila Prabhupada wanted. He wanted us to become Krishna conscious and to share Krishna consciousness with others. So you're taking part in a very important part of your life now. I'm sure all of you know the story of Prahlad Maharaj, right? Who knows the story of Prahlad Maharaj? Who was Prahlad Maharaj? Sanya Hiranyakashipu. And how old was he? He was 5 years old. And what did he have to do? He had to speak to all of his classmates, but he couldn't speak openly. But he didn't care, because he didn't want his father was very much against anything that was related to Krishna. But you're so fortunate. Now you're getting the opportunity all to live a life like what Prahlad Maharaj wanted amongst his classmates. He wanted his classmates to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And to become happy in Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada, that's how he captured so many of us Westerners in the early years. I came to Krishna consciousness in the early 1970s, before you were all born, children. And Prabhupada very kindly captured me. My first meeting with Srila Prabhupada was in 1972. And many people ask me, where did I meet Srila Prabhupada? And I tell them my first meeting with Srila Prabhupada was in a bookstore. And they ask me, what was Prabhupada doing in a bookstore? And I tell them, he was sitting on a shelf. And they say, Prabhupada was sitting on a shelf? And I say, yes, Prabhupada was sitting there. He was sitting there at Bhagavad Gita as it is. I picked up the book in the bookstore, and I just got to associate with Srila Prabhupada, my first meeting in 1972. And then when I read Bhagavad Gita, which is something all of you must be learning, studying, learning verses, I was so captivated by Srila Prabhupada's desire to see me become Krishna conscious. I felt it. I felt it so much that he wanted me to be Krishna conscious, because he was Krishna conscious. So a Krishna conscious person is somebody who wants to make others happy. That's what Prahlad Maharaj wanted his friends. He wanted to see them happy. And then by them becoming happy, others become happy. So I read Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita and I was thinking, I have to do something to serve Srila Prabhupada. So I decided I would move in a temple. And then I met Srila Prabhupada personally later when I became his disciple. But all of you get an opportunity to associate with Srila Prabhupada by reading his Bhagavad Gita as it is. So fortunate to come in contact with Srila Prabhupada. He wanted to make the whole world happy. He wanted the whole world to become happy. And you're starting right from the very beginning of life, learning how to become happy in life. So fortunate what your parents are doing for you, what your teachers are doing for you, what this community is doing for you, what Radhanath Maharaj is doing for you. You're so fortunate. You cannot understand how fortunate you are, but someday you will. You will understand how fortunate you are to have come in contact with Krishna's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Krishna's devotees, so fortunate, could make your life fully successful. And maybe you'll be someday very fortunate also, after experiencing how wonderful this Krishna consciousness is, by the mercy of your parents, by the mercy of your teachers, by the mercy of the community, by the mercy of Vaishnavas, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. You'll get into opportunity to engage in a very, very, very confidential service to Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Ya imam paramam guyam mad bhaktish abhyasati. He says, anyone who tells others about him, he says, one is sure to go back home. He tells others about Krishna. He's sure to go back home, back to Godhead. And he says, Nachatasman manushishu kashchan me kriya kitapiya kirtama. There's no servant in this world who's more dear to me than he. Nor will there ever be one more dear. Very confidential service. You'll be all being trained up for this very confidential service to please Krishna and become very dear to him. Take full advantage and make yourselves happy in Krishna consciousness as will make others happy in Krishna consciousness, and your life will be fully successful. And most wonderful thing of all, you'll make Srila Prabhupada smile. That is the most wonderful opportunity to get to life, to make Srila Prabhupada smile. He'll be very happy to see you becoming Krishna conscious fully and sharing it with others. Thank you for this opportunity to speak a few words with you. I hope that you'll take advantage fully of all the facilities you have for becoming fully Krishna conscious and happy in life. Hare Krishna.
So thank you very much, His Holiness Nanjan Swami Maharaj, for being very eloquent about what Prabhupada would like us to do. So he is physically now representing Prabhupada here. So in one sense we are very fortunate to hear what would Prabhupada like from us, hearing from him. So once again we will express our heartfelt gratitude to His Holiness Nanjan Swami Maharaj by loudly chanting 3 times. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Wow. Thank you so much. This is beautiful. And what a request. Please bless us so that we become pure devotees and contribute to Prabhupada's mission.
Wow, very nice.
Wonderful. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.